Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, welcome back. Welcome back to another Loading Hours comic stream. Thank you very much for your patience. Apologies. Just had a quick shower. And then I turned the stream on, then I went to go brush my teeth, and now I'm here. So it wasn't my fault. The excuse this time is the cat's to blame for this one. This one for sure. Cat's to blame. Kept me up all night. Not all night. A little bit. Just enough to get me to sleep through my alarm. But all good. Pace is just too cuddly in the nighttime. Too cuddly. It's cute. Very cute. Sometimes it'll plop onto my neck. I can barely breathe. Very sweet. But not so sweet at 5 a.m. Alright, welcome back. Oh gosh, wait, hold on. I can't tell what's sweat and what's the shower still dripping off of me. First of all, let me get that light in the background a little bit better. There we go. That's cool. Nice. And hello everyone. Dry Rays Girl, Fenzi, Nictofi, Yoyoto, Stroik, Mrs. Muffin. Who else we got here? Nicholas Spire, good to see you. Stormy Stick, Rishu, Strongville, Ranger, Firefly. Hello, Coma Code. Hello, hello. Hello everyone. That's a name right here. Little Dino Boy. Bundle Spout. Hello. Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. Is that an iPad? What are you talking about? Huh? Huh? This? This? I was holding up my blinds. This is not an iPad. It's my blind holder. Not the water pick? Not the water pick, no? Oh, you mean this? It's an iPad. It's a little thicker than I thought. It feels good. I can you know, I have to use a real pen on it, but you can leave really a nice imprint. That's cool. Yeah, I got an iPad. But well, technically I didn't get it. Actually, this is Lee's old iPad, which I stole. Lee got a new iPad. Lee got the new iPad, and then when she wasn't looking, I stole her old one. So, oh,
Bobby.
oh, Obi-Wan, thank you for following. I mean, oh.
Protect the VIP team.
It's too late now. It's too late, X Comics. I've already what's it called? What's it called when you've when something is in the possession of someone else for so long that it just becomes theirs? Isn't that a rule? Statute of limitations or something? Yeah. So I got the iPad Pro. Well, this is just the box. It's actually over here.
Reporting in.
And you get used to such early streams again. Hey, Super Ducks. Good morning. Good morning. I got the iPad. Yeah, look at this. Hey. Welcome to iPad Pro. C-Tips gets that. Got a pencil. Your pencil. This is actually Lee bought me the pencil. The pencil is new because she with the new iPad she still uses the other pencil she has. So she got me this. It's a belated birthday present. A belated birthday present and the case. I mean, it's not the Apple case. It's like falling apart a little bit, but the case is cool too because her iPad is the bigger one. This is the 11-inch one. So I look forward to drawing with it. I'm not exactly sure how I can include it into my workflow, but maybe somehow I'll try and fit it in. I gotta fit it in. Gotta figure this out. Have I tried Clip Studio on the iPad? I have not yet. I haven't had time. I have not had time yet, but I will definitely be installing Clip Studio Paint to see how it runs. I mean, I know it's not the M2 or even the M1 iPad, but it's like the last one before the M chips, you know? 2017, I think. So this is going to replace your sketchbook? I have no idea. I have no idea. I probably still will use my I probably will still use my sketchbook for like the doodles. I won't show this off too clearly because behind the scenes, tier 2 benefits there. But I'll still use the sketchbook for doodles and stuff. But then maybe I'll use the iPad for like the sketch of the actual comic, maybe. And then bring that sketch into the like the blue lines that you see at the beginning of the stream. I just bit my tongue. Got too excited. Isn't Clipster Paint on the iPad a monthly fee? It is. I think it's like $5 a month or something like that. $3 to $5. Can't remember exactly now. Oh, I'm sorry. It's on an M-chip iPad. Hey, I'll accept the trash. I'll accept the trash. Thank you, Exacomics. And Stephen and Lexi, thank you very much for 63 months. That's almost... Wait, 64 one of those year months? Hey Siri, what's 64 divided by 12?
64 divided by 12 is approximately 5.3333.
Well, we're almost at the 5.3333 anniversary there, Stephen and Lexi. Thank you very much. I forbid you from downloading Clip City Paint. Procreate only. Procreate only. Here's a pencil. Yeah, I'll definitely... This just looks like a white box. It's too white, this pencil, but... I can barely even see. Whatever. We're at 5.25 years from now. 5.25 years now. Nice. 5.25 years. 5 1/4. Thank you very much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to... I even had a dream last night. I haven't actually had a chance to use the iPad yet, but in my dream last night, I did use the iPad. And I remember I was like sketching like a sad cat or something on Procreate. And I thought it looked pretty good. And I was like tapping the pencil to change to the eraser and stuff. And then I woke up because my cat woke me up. But look forward to seeing how I add it to my workflow. Yeah, it should be interesting. I don't know. Not sure exactly yet, but yeah, it should be fun. I could take it with me to the cafes and things and work there. And for when we travel, yes. Definitely. Definitely will be cool. It's gonna have the same fate as the water pick. Oh my god. No, I would definitely be using the iPad. I've charged it up and everything. Which is more than I can say for the water pick. I didn't even plug that thing in. Not yet. Let's see here. The buttons are too small in Clip City Paint on iPad, in your opinion? Oh yeah? I think, can you not change the UI scale? Or was that a Photoshop thing? I'll have to experiment. But, yeah. Yes. And also, I'm curious to know if I can connect my like Bluetooth keyboard or something to get hotkeys going on. And that way I don't need to click the buttons on Clip City Paint, because I'll have all the hotkeys I'm used to. We'll see. No idea. But, for now, gotta get back to work here and finish this comic, which looks a little bit like this. There we go. Whoops, wrong button. Wrong button, sorry about that. It looks like this. Oh, class with 100 bits. Hey Siri, remind me to change... Sorry. Hey Siri, remind me to charge my water pick at 6 a.m.
Okay, your reminder is set for tomorrow 6 o'clock.
What is my... Hey Siri, what is my reminder tomorrow? Hey Siri, what is my reminder tomorrow?
You'll need to... There's one reminder. Change sorry hey Siri remind me to charge my way to text tomorrow 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not gonna understand what the hell that is. Change sorry hey Siri remind me to charge my way to text. Is the accent different? I thought it was different, right? The Siri accent's different. I haven't changed anything. Oh, I just got an email from Instagram. 1 second. What are they saying? Oh yeah, Instagram posted my comic, finally. Yes, on their Facebook and Twitter page. Sweet, yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, so the comic I made for Instagram they posted this morning, and let me show you what that looks like. What? Bing. Ta-da! Have fun on your trip. Vroom. Well, time to slide into some DMs. I miss you. I miss you too. Oh, wait. You can't. Oh, shit. Oh, gosh. You couldn't see the whole thing. Oh, man. You couldn't see the whole thing because I was on the wrong screen, so the window was a bit scrunched. But there's a full version. But yeah, that's the comic. I don't know if you guys remember, but like a bunch of streams ago, I was like, oh, I just got an email from Instagram, and I was like, oh, they want to work with me. That's cool. And at first, I thought they were just gonna like show me off, like featured creators or something, and then they wanted a meeting on Zoom at like 8:30 in the morning. Or was it 8 a.m.? I don't know. I think it was 8:30. Maybe it was 8. I think it was 8. It was really, really early. I was barely awake. And then I realized, like, they were telling me stuff and like da-da-da-da, and I was like, oh yeah, yep. What? Wait, what? And then I found out, oh, you want me to draw you a comic. I thought they were just, because I looked at their page before, and it was just them showing off different, like, creators and stuff. So I was like, oh, you want me to draw you something? Oh, okay. And then the brief they told me, I was like, huh? I apologized a couple times because I said it was so early here in New Zealand. It was like 8 a.m. Which apparently is not very early. It says Exacomics. She says that complaining that it's super early at 8 a.m. Just kind of highlights highlights my my lifestyle. But yeah, and the brief was something like to a comic to show off like how Instagram keeps relationships connected or people together or something. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, could do something like that. And inside I was just like, oh my god, how am I gonna come up with a comic to do with this? What the what? Huh? What? I just did not know how I could ever like bring Instagram DMing, wholesome Instagram DM, keeping people together into a loading artist comic that isn't like a complete shill for Instagram. But yeah, came up with a couple ideas, and then this is the one they picked, and yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. Oh man, thank you very much. I'm glad everyone's liking it. Thank you very much. What are the comments? The comments are all. If you look at the top here, it's like, fix Instagram, it's not working. Have access to my account, fix Instagram. Bruh, my account, Instagram. Fix the suspended accounts. Like, all of them. Except, hey, bro almost had me, that is sweet. That's nice. But yeah, just a lot of, like, people asking for their accounts to be fixed or something, or unsuspended. And then you have a whole bunch of, like, bot spam accounts replying to those people, directing them to scam sites, saying, hey, this scam site fixed it for me, check them out. And I'm getting a lot of notifications on my phone because every time people reply to it, it tags me as well. So, hey, what are you doing? Steal my iPad? Jesus, wait. So, yeah. So that's been good. It's been a good morning. And combine that with also waking up late as well. So it's like there's a lot going on. This is posted on Twitter only, Twitter and their Facebook page. Ironically, it's not on their Instagram page. At least not yet, anyway. But yeah, it's on their Twitter and on their Facebook, and that's also how I managed to get my new Instagram name, Loading Artist, removing the dot. So that was cool. And that wasn't that wasn't the what they gave me for the comic. That was just a little sweet extra thing that I asked them after the fact in a cheeky way. I was also tempted to ask them for a verification check mark, but I don't want to. I didn't want to push it, so just the name was good. Damn, I don't remember this comic to power. Oh, well, no one's seen this comic before. This is under wraps until this morning. Extra comics. I actually meant to give the iPad to Paste. Pass it on for me, please. You can keep the pencil. Paste said that she doesn't need it. What Paste gonna do with it? Actually, no, that's a lie. Paste would really like the iPad. I've seen Extra Comics show Paste like videos of like birds and mice. Like there's like a lot of videos like that on YouTube. Where there's a little mouse that kind of comes out, eats a few crumbs, and then goes back into its mouse hole and comes out. And Paste is just loving it. Maybe we should set that up sometime in the background. It'd be kind of fun. There's another reason why Pace is much more like me than Copy was. Because Copy is the outdoorsy nature one. She didn't even care about... We tried showing her videos and stuff. She did not care. Copy did not care about technology, about videos, about YouTube, nothing like that. Only Paste. I don't see it on their Instagram page. It is broken. It's not on their Instagram page for some reason. They emailed me saying it's up on their Facebook and Twitter page. Maybe they're waiting for a little while on their Instagram page. I don't know. I'm not sure. There you go. Bonus panel idea. It's a twin sister. Damn. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to do that. To completely undermine the wholesomeness. Oh, windows closed. Pace, you can jump out. But yeah, I think I'm allowed to. Pretty sure I'm allowed to post this on my site. I just have to wait until they posted it first. So I'll probably be posting it onto the website soon now. And yeah, I'll come up with a bonus panel as well. All right. Pace, come here. Do you want? Okay, hold on. One quick treat. Try and get him to calm her pause. I need to gotta press pause on this one. Pace does not care for my hijinks. Let's see here. How long did it take you to draw that comic? The one for Instagram? Oof, I'm not sure exactly. Not too long. Not too long, because I didn't stream it. So it didn't take me too long to draw it. I guess coming up with the idea took about half the time of the whole thing. There are a couple other ideas I passed on, but that was definitely my favorite one too. I think I showed them like 3 ideas. I think it took about, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Probably shouldn't say this out loud, how many hours it took exactly. It took me 1,000 hours. It took me 1,000 hours, and if anything, I was underpaid. That's right. 1,000 hours. Exactly, yes. Also, a side comic plucked up. A side comic plus plucked up plus main comic equals burnout soon? I hope not. It did look like that for a little while. But hey, congrats by the way. That's the name right here on your 4th spider. Nice. But I think I did take 1 week off from the. What are you just knocking down? Jeez Louise. I did take 1 week off from the comic recently-ish, so that helped. A little mini break there. Paste, what are you doing? Scratching the cat tree. He's like, fuck this shit. Tear it all down. Come over here. Ah. Pace ain't hungry. She just had breakfast recently. All right, let's see here. Oh, you commented on the Twitter post, did you? Dry Rays girl? What did you say? What did you say here? Oh. Oh man. There's so many comments complaining about them being locked out of Instagram. Fix your app, stop posting meme. Y'all making tweets, y'all need to fix Instagram. I wish I could slide into DMs too. I'm literally not able to see any that my verification code. Are we ever getting our accounts back? Oh gosh. Hold on. I would show this part, but I'm not sure because anyone could tweet anything, you know. And I don't want to accidentally reveal something on stream. But oh my god. I'm still trying to find your comment. It loads like 3 at a time. Holy shit, how many other? Girl, get off Twitter and fix my Instagram. Where is your... Oh my goodness. Oh my... Look, okay, just look what I'm looking at here. Just check this out. So I'm trying to find Dry Erase Girl's response to the Instagram comic. Look at this. So here it is, and then it's just like... Everyone's just... complaining that Instagram's broken. Oh my lord. I can't tell, like, is this normal? Is it just because Instagram's so big that, you know, out of the billion users, there's always going to be, like, even if it's like 0.1% of people have issues, it's still going to be 1,000 people a minute. Or has there been some sort of wave of problems with Instagram recently? I can't quite tell what's going on. Oh, wait, oh man, just when I changed, I find Dry Erase Girl on. There it is. What's this? What are you saying here? Instagram. Hey, this guy's edgy and funny. We'll definitely get attention if you make something for us. Gregor makes the only wholesome comic he's ever made. Okay, hold on. I'm not signed in. I'm not signed in on this browser. I'll like it on the other browser. But excellent. Thank you for that, Dry Erase Girl. I think there's like 3 comments that are actually about the comic, not just Instagram being broken. Alright, excellent. Oh man, what a morning. What a morning. Let's see, let me close this. Oh. Let's see here. Adventure isn't fun. I don't know, I feel like it's expected from a social media account. This type of thing happens with YouTube's Twitter. It's the only way to get help. Yeah, that's true. It does feel like anytime some official social media account posts anything, 99% of the comments are about like personal problems. But I don't think I've ever noticed so many of the same issue that people are having, like I forgot, like SMS verification code problem. At least with YouTube, it's more like a range of problems. But with that, it seems like one issue that everyone's having. But yeah. But a lot of login broken comments are people who don't use password managers. What do you reckon? You reckon because of the how password managers have the what's it called, 2-factor authentication thing built in? You think that? Benzie, I was gonna make an Instagram account, but they required a picture of photo ID plus clear visibility of the face and hand. And hand? Really? What? I didn't know about that. I don't think I'm pretty sure I haven't sent a picture of my hand to Instagram before. That's bizarre. JJ, loading, you're such a handsome hunk. Thank you very much. Man, the spam bots are really lovely this time of year. Thank you very much. And welcome. Let's see here. That is so ableist. What if you've lost your hands and you can't make an Instagram account? Even if you only have one hand, how are you supposed to take a photo of your hand if you have to hold the phone with the other hand. Maybe they should ask for feet pics, and that should really calm people down. To make an Instagram account, you have to send us a photo of your feet to prove you're a real person. Oh, focus is working again? Oh, no, no, it's not. No, it's not. Don't do the focus. It's not working. Shouldn't even be there. You know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna delete. I got it deleted. No.
You know what? Fuck it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. What is this? What is it? Did I just hit the Reddit front page or what? It feels like this is what it feels like when you hit the Reddit front page. Holy crap! Is there not a cooldown for this? I'm adding a cooldown! Thank God. My God. Okay, cooldown's not long enough. Okay, 10 seconds is not long enough. Jesus Christ, you guys have way too many channel points. This is ridiculous. We need a... Inflation's gone crazy. It's even leaked into the... It's even leaked into the bees economy. The bee economy.
Bobby.
Ah, Balgo TV, thank you for following. What a nice change of sound in my ears there. Instagram. Shares Gregor comic on their Twitter. The comments. Okay. You took away the jump redemption. What else can we spend our points on? That's true. The jump. Yeah, the jump. I'm taking my time with bringing the jump back because those jumps were the source of so many problems with the overlay. Like, I'd say like 80% of the reasons why the overlay broke in the past few months is because of the jump actions. So I'm gonna have to really take my time and figure out why the jumps are breaking everything. What was the jump redemption? It was that you could make the character in the corner jump. Sounds simple enough, right? And it was supposed to be like a simple, like throwaway fun little thing. And then it just kind of spiraled out of control once we figured out you could spam it when people jump all at the same time. It's just like doing, doing, doing. So I made it a thing where it gets ready to jump, and it'll jump after like 5 seconds. But if someone else jumps as well, it'll like add on to that jump. And then if no one's added another jump for 5 seconds, it'll start jumping. It goes doing, 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 for as many times as it was jumping. And then it crashes down and there's a different animation. And the highest jump was, oh yeah, what is the, don't we have it? Oh, I don't have the command anymore for it. Shit, didn't bring the command over. But it was like 243 jumps. Yeah. Or was it 300? Something up there. Yeah. But it caused problems, and I think the reason is because when you jump and it prepares to jump, it kind of pauses the alerts subtly because I can't have alerts playing while the jump thing is happening, and then it won't. I don't know. Something to do with that. Like it won't resume alerts, or it gets stuck when it's paused, or something. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh man, what a morning. Okay, where are we up to? Okay, so we haven't started the last panel yet. I want to pretty much finish the first three first. That's right, we were doing this football thing. In hindsight, I think it looks okay. I don't know. Football looks pretty good. No major in that. Oh, you found some old commands? Clips backup? Oh, that must have gone to the Katz's server. I'm not sure if her server is still... Does it still work? Oh, yeah, it is. It does. Huh. Oh, wait, no. No, it doesn't. Clip archive. I don't know if this is working or not. Oh, gosh. Oh, no, I think it has to download. Never mind. It loads after a while. Ah, sweet. The BRB song. Oh, yeah, that's irrelevant. Or the Giphy link. Ah, it still works. I haven't posted something to Giphy in a while though. Stormy Stick, you gotta go. Hey, actually, Stormy Stick. See you later. Oh, Katsu uses it for personal stuff too. Oh, I see. Oh, so the server is still being used, but for personal stuff as well as the clips backup, which is a little slow. I see. Nice. I didn't even realize you could see a list of all the old commands. Deadline command. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, we're up to. So we're doing coloring. Let's see. First of all, I should have added a mask to the panel. So let's select all the 4 panels. Add that as a mask. That way nothing leaks out of the boxes. And then we go back to our borders and our line out to be our reference layers. And then we'll continue with the coloring. So next up, just do the green bush. Can't really mess that up too bad. Oh, I just realized my pencil's not working. Hmm? Hmm? Hey! Leroy Kiwi, thank you very much for this 16 months. Welcome back. Good to see you again. How are you doing? Leroy Kiwi, how you doing? And Komiko, thank you for the 63 bits. Just had sushi from Amazon Fresh. What is Amazon Fresh? Is that like a... Oh, is Amazon Fresh that kind of grocery store that you can go in and pick things up and walk out with and it automatically charges your phone? That's the thing. I completely forgot about that. New Zealand kind of tried to do something like that with one of their stores, except you had to scan them. You had to scan the barcodes with your phone. So you pick something up, you scan it with your phone, you put it in your bag, and then there's a specific checkout where you just pay with your phone because like the phone. It's basically you're like pre-scanning everything. You're not scanning it at the cashier. You're scanning on your phone, and as you walk out, you scan your phone.
Squeezing them milkers.
But I think the problem with that is that now people can just like put stuff in their bag and you're not 100% sure if they're shoplifting or not because they might be pre-scanning it. I've never used it before. Seems almost like more of a hassle. I don't know. But I'd be keen to try out that Amazon Fresh thingy. Hey, Lori, Kiwi hard. Thank you very much. Let's see, what's this? Frosty Slime. I like the way where hundreds of cameras track you and see exactly what you buy better. It's fun. Wait, I thought tier 1 subs were $5 to power. Oh, are you looking on your phone? Because on your phone it costs more. On your phone it costs more because of like the Apple tax or whatever. But on desktop it should always be. Oh, it's on PC. It's just more expensive now. $6 now, is it? Not $5 anymore. It's $6 a sub. Oh shit! Really? Is that a geographic thing? Still $5 for some. US dollars, I'm assuming? Or maybe they're charging now in your local currency, maybe? Wait, it's only $2, but I'm usually on my phone. Where it says 5. What? I'm so confused. Saruman, it depends on what country you're in. Yeah. Here it's, I think like 7, but it's 7 New Zealand dollars or something. Yeah. Hate this house color. You know what? I'm actually gonna have a quick peruse through my old comics because I want to see what I've done before. Like, there's no point in reinventing the wheel. So I want to see what is a good house style that I've drawn before. So this one's got a house. Which one else? Yeah, that's got a house, but that's at nighttime. Yeah, pretty nice house. I like the colors in this one. Yeah, the colors are really nice here. So it's got kind of like a yellowy cream and then light brown. Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's do that. Okay. Reach, you're trying to get a sub is $6 for you? And that's USD, is it? Subs are $8 Australian for you? Oh shit, and then it must be more than 7 for me. How much is it? I don't know how much it costs to sub on Twitch here. Let me see if I went to sub to I'm just curious now. If I went to sub to someone, it would cost $8 New Zealand here. $8 New Zealand. Crazy that it's $8 Australian over there. I don't even know what the difference is between New Zealand and Australian dollars. I always assume it's like Australian dollars are worth more. And to power 29 months! Hey, look at that. Resubbing. Resubbing, no matter the cost. Appreciate that. Nice. Huh. Wait, so it's still at 6. I'm sorry, I'm taking so long to try and process all of this information. I'm getting a headache just thinking about it. So was it still $6 for you to power? It's $6 US, and you're in America, and you're on the computer, and it's $6. I wonder if I still get 50% of that, or if it's still $2.50. Should be 50%, I think. It was $3. Wait. Huh? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Wait, it's wait, a sub is $2 for you? What? How are you getting $2 subs? I'm so confused. $2 subs. Interesting. But then how come you said it was $6? Oh, hey. Paste? Paste! Paste, why you meow? Why you meowing? Why you meowing, Paste, huh? Yeah? Come here. Hold on. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Boom, 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 boom. Want some attention. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. Oh gosh. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. The belly. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you can. I'm touching the belly. You can pat paste anywhere. He's a real floppy cat. Look at this. Oh, floppy, floppy. Floppy, floppy. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Eh. Oh gosh. Let me go up there. Yeah? You're a coyote. You're a cutie pie. Oh. Yeah, you can rub Pace's belly. He don't mind. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Pace is really good. Pace never. I mean, Pace will never scratch. Pace has never scratched me. Um, Not intentionally, anyway. Although just the other day, actually, he ran over my toe. I was playing with him, and he was like chasing after the string, and he ran over my toe, and then just the claw like went into the. You know where you get like an ingrown toenail? That area, and I was bleeding and everything. But it was still very cute. Didn't mean it. It was an accidental. Just stepped on me. And he'll bite sometimes, but not in a hard way. Just like in a semi-hard way. More because usually when I'm like trying to pull him out of his like bed box when I gotta brush him or something, he'll try and bite me, but nothing too hard. Semi-hard way. Ah. Oh, I see. Honduras. 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 I don't even know what Honduras is. Hey Siri, where's Honduras?
Here's Honduras.
Oh wow. This looks like the new Far Cry. Far Cry, what was it, 6? What's the one with Gus from Breaking Bad? It's wild to think that there are so many people from all sorts of different places in the world watching right now. Very strange. Very surreal. Hey, who that? That was Yodo. Nice catch. Combine those lines. Yeah, those lines look pretty good. And then we'll do the same. Oh shoot. Select these lines, copy, paste, and then drag them over here. Cool. Ah, it's looking better now. Is he in jail or something? Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, these are just the lines on the houses, the wood panels, or whatever they're called. They're not really wood panels. They're like staggered wood. I don't know what they're called. Siding. Yeah, side of the house, siding. What's this? Promo code, Gregor. Not my photo, but I saw this ad while driving down the freeway yesterday. Hey? What's this? CallJacob.com. Real person, real attorney, your attorney. But this looks like a alternate universe Better Call Saul. I mean, is that the intention? I can't even tell. Like that font, right? That font looks like Better Call Saul. Real person, real attorney, your attorney. Is that the phrase that Better Call Saul has? I only remember something like, what did he say? He said something like, "Did you know you have rights?" Or something. Well, you do, or something like that. Shit, I can't remember. But that's pretty funny. Such an American thing as well. We never see. I mean, I've never seen an ad for a lawyer in New Zealand. Never ever. Real estate agents, yeah, but never lawyers. Oh, the Constitution. The Constitution says that you do. Yeah, that's right. Did you know you have rights? The Constitution says that you do. What next? What next? Oh, and also medical pills. Yeah, that was a surprise when I went to when I went to America, like way back when 2014 or whatever. That was something that really surprised me. Like watching the TV, all the ads were either medicine ads or uh like iPhone or Android or app ads, which at the time I'd never seen an ad or a commercial for an app before. I've seen them now on New Zealand TV, but back then it was like such a culture shock. But yeah, here we don't really. Recently, we have been getting more medicine ads, especially with like COVID stuff. But oh, and also ads in America advertising voting things like Proposition 69 or whatever it is. That's something I've never seen before either. I'm stupidly surprised that Gregor didn't get robbed in the U.S. Well, the closest I got to, I mean, I guess that graveyard midnight visit thing was one thing, but the closest probably would be I was in an Uber and the Uber was going the wrong way on purpose, like went in like a big loop or something to charge extra for the distance, and I knew he was bullshitting because I could see on his like GPS, it's like clearly it says go left and he goes right, and they do that to drunk people. Well, joke's on them. I wasn't drunk. I could see everything. But I didn't want to say anything because, I don't know. So I just kind of like went with it. And then afterwards, I like didn't email, but I complained to Uber. I gave it like a low star because when you give it a low star, it says, "Hey, why did you give this low star?" And I said why, and then I got the difference refunded, which was nice. Whoop. Whoop. But yeah, I was a lot more vigilant after that. Oh man, what am I doing here? But yeah, I think overall though, I'm a pretty vigilant kind of person. I'm a vigilant guy. I look out for danger. I could be in the middle of like the countryside on a farm, and I'd still be looking out for danger, just in case. Got the shifty eyes. I'm always looking left and right. And I also like to watch videos on like common scams of the place I'm visiting. That's what Exocomics and I will be doing before we go to Europe and things. Good to keep in mind. Like in America, there was like never accept a free CD. If some like up and coming rapper is trying to hand you a CD or write your name on a CD or something, you don't take it. Don't. What else? What else was there? The dice game thing, or like the cards or the cups game or whatever. Someone's like, you know, doing that little thing where it's like, oh, where's the bean or whatever, the coin is on which card. The three card Monty. Yeah, don't play those. And if you win, don't accept the money. And I saw that firsthand as well. If somebody throws a baby towards you, don't catch it. Is that common where you are, Strike? Wait, what about the CD? I always avoided it, but I never knew why. Oh, they just make you pay for it. I mean, it's not really a clever scam. It's just like, hey, take the CD, and you're like, okay, thanks, and like, hey, now you owe me $5, and that's basically it. And then they won't take it back. It's I mean, it's really just like mugging you with extra steps, isn't it? It's really not that clever of a scam. And the 3-card Monty thing, full card Monty, 3-card Monty thing is just, yeah, like if you suck it into like, if you think you can win money from this guy that doesn't look like he has money to lose, yeah, it's not like, if you're an official casino or something and they're dealing with millions of dollars, whatever. But if it's like this guy next to an alleyway, do you really want to, you know, sweet, I just scored $100 off this guy. See you later. No, you don't. And the thing as well is what they do is they let you win at the beginning, like bit by bit, like, oh, you win $5. Oh, you win $5. And then make you more confident. Then you put down a bigger sum of money, and then they win and then take all your money, right? That's like the end game. But if you happen to just like walk away with winning the easy wins, then they'll just, I don't know, they'll just mug you, I guess. Because it's also never just one person doing it, because they have like a whole system, like a whole language that communicates with people around you. Yada yada, stuff like that. But this is a really interesting conversation. But hold on, I gotta drink some coffee before I get a headache. I can feel a headache coming on. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue this conversation. We'll do some more work. I'm gonna make a quick coffee. See you soon. All right, welcome back. All right, let's see. Was that paste? Oh, I'm not sure. I think it might have been. I think it might have been paste in that clip. Siri did change voice. Oh, really? With like a new update or something? I wonder why they would change it automatically. And also, Rishu, New Orleans is pretty bad with hustlers. Don't take pictures of things. They will always charge you. Don't make change for someone because they will always rub you. Oh, yeah. Don't park anywhere outside of places that specifically say parking. Also, never pay a person at the parking lot. Always pay the machine. People will stand outside of parking areas and say it's $20, then let you park, and then you get towed because it's illegal. Oh, wow, yeah. Yikes. Lots to keep in mind. Yeah, it's no wonder like people that live in a city become so, what's it called, like cold to strangers, because I mean, you have to be cold. Don't want to engage with anyone because they're most likely going to scam you. Oh, is that coffee still an espresso? I mean, the machine is an espresso, but the pods are just whatever's cheapest. Is it an ant? Oh no, it's just a bubble. Oh, there's an ant in here. Oh, the other supports. Is there a spider? No? No, no spider. Thank you for the reminder. Where do boats go when they feel sick? To the dock? Oh shit! Yoda! Oh my goodness! That was crazy. We crazy timing there. Hey, come up here. I also gave Pace a few more bickies. They're so hungry. And what else is there? Promo code. See that all the time in Las Vegas? Taking a photo with Spider-Man, they'll ask you for money. Oh yeah, the same thing with New York Times Square as well. I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, they're not just there for fun, but I guess they should make it more clear before they take a photo with you. And but in Europe, there's different scams. I feel like I think in Italy or something, there's a scam where there's like this old lady will put a bracelet on you or something, and then just charge you for it, which again is not a very clever scam. And what else is there? Something about. Oh, I think this was in Better Call Saul once, but they'll find like a diamond ring or something on the floor, and then they'll sell it to you, but they know it's fake, something like that. Or was that just from Better Call Saul? Am I getting confused with Better Call Saul? I mean, I guess it's a real scam. Taste, I swear to God. Slippin' Jimmy. I love those scenes in Better Call Saul. I could watch a whole Slippin' Jimmy show. Every episode is just different scams. All right. Well, let's see. Panadol. Panadol is making its way down my system. Okay. Let's do some work, I think, huh? I'm really dragging my feet here. I think the problem is that I don't know how to do this next part very easily. I have to do some clever tricks here. The thing I'm talking about is the window effect. Oh my Jesus Christ! Hey, the window's closed. You can't even get out. Okay. So I want this guy to be behind the window here. But the problem is that these line layers are all in the same folder. How to do this? Okay. First things first, we need to have the background color. Here we go. We'll do the background color. The background color here will be grayish blue, because this is actually not the background, but this is actually the window color. Bear with me here. This is the window color. Is this, and is this, and then on this one we'll have it over here. And now, I also have to do the same thing, but this will be on top of the foreground. So here we go. Check this out. See this? Right? This doesn't look interesting at all right now. And that's because it's not interesting. Oh god, I've done this wrong. But I've done this wrong. I would need to. Shit, how am I gonna do this? I've done this completely the wrong way. I could just do this. So what I've done here is I've duplicated the color layer of this background window color, put it on top of everything with like a 50% transparency on top, and now it looks like he is behind the glass, but it's not ideal, because if I ever feel like changing this color, it's going to change everything here, you know? Ideally, I'd want this to only affect the character and the ball, but the way I've set it up is that the window and even the background is part of the same group. So what I could do is actually treat this as a background color. So I put that in the background folder, and then, aha, actually no, this is good. Now it works. Now I can change whatever I want, and it's only going to affect this person because it's appended to just the foreground, and the foreground is this. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it is what it is. The only thing I have to be careful about now is that if I add this glass pane on top of him, I don't want to go over the edge here because I can go over everything else. I only want it to be over the character, which is fine because I could just do this. I could go over the line, and then once it's over the line, oops, I select that line, which is the window, and I just remove it. So that's actually worked out pretty well. And the cool thing is, once we add shading, this will also kind of work with the shading. So, for example, if I add shading here, and here, the shading looks like it's behind the glass because the shading is underneath that fake glass layer. So that works out well. This shirt color is looks completely different with this glass effect though. I'm not sure if I like the shirt color anyway. I think maybe I'll just go with a normal kind of red color. Because I think that kind of off, like slightly pinkish red is turning into really pink behind the blue. And it just looks a bit too different. But the red looks more consistent. Will he be breaking the window in the next panel? No. See, look, he's opened the window. See, there's two wooden things here. He's lifted the window up. And yes, you can't see the bottom. Technically, there should be a bottom wooden thing here. Oops. Down here, but that doesn't matter. Angle, let's just blame it on the angle. Pace, what is it? Pace, what is it? What is it? What is it? Oh my god, Pace is so meowy. Holy crap. One moment, please. Pace, come here. I'm not gonna hurt you. Pace, what is your problem? I think Pace wants me to do this, but Pace likes doing this in the bathroom sink. It's not that she misses copy. I think she just wants attention. And every time I stand up, she tries to lead me into the bathroom because then she'll jump into the sink and then I go. It's like a little routine that we have. Now, Pace, come over here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Stealing my chair. Come here. Well, maybe this is the ploy by Pace all along, just to get me to stand up so that that she can be in my chair instead. Can I stay in my chair? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Whoop, 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 whoop. My god. How am I supposed to do any work with this? Oh god. The power is blocking an unsightly view. Thank you very much for your service there to power. Come over here. This is your place to sit. My goodness. What do you think you're doing? Hey? Janaka's nice catch. You're a crazy bee. You're a crazy, crazy bee. Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Increase the doof. Oh no. I gotta brush you again. Look at all this fur. Ooh. Three D.
My name is.
Hey, Tamago. Tamago with the raid. Hello, hello. Thank you very much for raiding. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the raid. Little intermission here while Pace cleans herself. Kicking me in the chin.
Bobby.
How was your stream? How was your stream, Tamago? Oh gosh, more Plague Tale Requiem. Oh man, Pace would love to play that game. All those rats. Oh my gosh. You're such a crazy cutie. Crazy cutie. Boom, 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 boom. Star of the show right here. It's no longer a comic stream. It's just a cat stream now. Just a cat stream. Tamago stream. We're trying to get Simi to stream God of War on the weekend. Oh snap! The new one, the new God of War. What is it called? Ragnarok? No, God of War. I forget what it's called. Is that out this weekend? You're crazy bee. The new God of War, nice. Nice, I'm looking forward to that too. Tamago failed at every aspect of the stream. Oh god, why? What happened? And trying to get Simi to go bold for 500,000 subs? 500,000 subs! Man, that should have been my goal. I went bold for nothing. I went bold for free. You want a little fur ice cream? Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Helping Pace clean her tail. What's this? Don't freak, Kevin. There's nothing underneath that hat? Nope, not anymore. He's like Homer Simpson under that hat. Actually, Homer Simpson has more hair than me. You want this one? Um, 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 um. This is the best stream ever. This is what all the streams should just be. This is a lot easier. No comic. No talking. Actually, it'd be nicer if I had a chair to sit on, but... Oh, well. Ah! Oh, now he's scratching me. Look at these pink beans. Beans. Oh, God. Poop the beans. Poop, 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 poop. I was like, God, 50 set 80. Thank you for following, by the way. Appreciate it. Oh, man. On my legs. What to do? What to do with this one, huh? What to do with this one? You're in my chair. You're in my chair. Okay. Well, maybe I need to get another chair. Yeah, I'll just sit on the edge of it. There's no space for a second chair here. There's all this space over here. I'm just gonna sit over here. Eh. There's plenty of space here. Huh? You mind? Nudge, nudge. I could work with this. Yes. Okay. Headphones. Headphones? Okay. Let's get back to work then. All right. We got chair stream, but chair stream here. Give me a pen. Okay. Put my elbow's in the way now. Okay. You're making it so hard for me to draw this comic. God damn you, Paste. Let's see here. What are we up to? Alright, so time to fill in the background of this of the house, whatever it is. I'm not really 100% sure what it should be. Maybe like a I don't know. What's the inside of a house like? Light yellow? I don't know. We'll have like window shine on. Well, that's right. Where's my pencil? That's right. I never got that working. Oh, there it is. Okay, there. Got my pencil working. Finally. Only like halfway through the stream. Done barely anything. Jesus Christ. What next? Do the football. I'm gonna select these things. And then rotate it a bit because he's like picked it up. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Oh my, oh dumb. I rotated it so much that it looks like it barely rotated at all. Like it's rotated more than 5 degrees, but you know what I mean? Because it's so symmetrical. Hey, Janakis! Beating Klaus. Janakis, good catch. Good catch. Hey says congrats. Yeah. Good catch. Ah. Hum. Hum. Thank you. Thank you, Pace. You've imbued my pen with your creative juices. Oops. Oh, jeez. Knock the camera over. Okay, focus. Let's do it. We gotta focus. Jesus Christ. Next up, let's do some shading. Let's see here. And yeah, FYI, tomorrow is going to be, even if we don't finish the comic in today's stream, tomorrow is definitely going to be the House of Ashes spooky stream featuring Extra Comics. It'll be the last one. We'll be finishing that game. We better be finishing that game. I'm actually surprised it's going to take us 3 streams to finish. I think usually it would just take us 2, but it's been a lot of it just riffing, making puns and whatnot. But we're near the end of the game for sure. Water flooded. There goes Rush. Oh shit. Oh wait, my water's finished and I gotta drink some more coffee. Klaus, quit my job at the helium factory today. I refuse to be spoken to in that tone. Helium factory.
Bobby.
Pink Spaghetti, thank you for following. I'm a doodle person who looks for streams to watch while I work on breaking my art block. Hey. Well, thank you very much for the follow. You've come to the right place. This stream will definitely inspire you to get on with your own projects because it'll aggravate you with how long it's taking me to do anything. It's gonna make you wanna draw more and draw faster. That's for sure. And in today's stream, we got the added benefit of this one, squish squish. Paste just taking up half my chair. It's amazing, really, right? Because like, Pace was so meowy before, and as soon as I give up half my chair, and now look, Pace is just quietly having a little snooze. It's all he ever wanted. Your kitty loves you? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she does. I felt like such a hypocrite the other day because so I've been complaining to you guys that that this one wakes me up at all hours of the night to give me a cuddle. So she'll just like start walking on top of me and then sits on my neck, and like we'll do some like milk treading as well, like this. And I was like, oh man, why you gotta do that to me at like 5 a.m.? You're waking me up. And then I realized the other day I do the exact same thing to Paste. Like I'll be watching some TV or something, and Paste is curled up asleep in her sleeping box next to the couch, and I'll go over and I'll just start like giving Pace a little like pat and little cuddle, and waking her up essentially. And I didn't realize until yesterday that that's exactly what Pace is doing to me at night. So I felt like a huge hypocrite at that moment. And then I thought, is Pace doing this to me on purpose? Like in a passive aggressive way? Like, see how you like it. See how you like it when I'm waking you up from your slumber to give you a cuddle. Not so nice, is it? So I've definitely had my foot in my mouth, or the cat's foot in my mouth as well. Midnight biscuits. I have been leaving. Like before, I used to be very adamant about making sure that there's no biscuits left over overnight because of like an ant problem. But the ants have gone away, and so recently there have been like some leftover bickies overnight. So I don't think it's too much of a hunger thing. And also, if we're being frank about it, I mean this one's already a little overweight, according to the vet. Not my words. The vet said. Bit of a chunk. Hey, isn't that right? Bit of a chunk. Hey, boop, 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 boop. Look at all this. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. You can't eat this. Stop trying to eat everything. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Look at this. uh, oh, you meant you're making biscuits because you showed the motion Paste did to you at night. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Like treading, like with the dough. I get you. I wonder if I can move this camera in a better position. A little bit better. I don't know. It's a bit more zoomed out, but you get to see more. I don't know. What do you guys think? I get to see the beans a little bit. The pink beans. What next? Let's do background stuff. Background lines and borders are new reference layers. I'll make a new folder. Ah, shoot. Color. Hey, who's this? Yoyoto! 245 spiders. Nice. Even Pace is excited. Look how excited Pace is. Nice, Yoyoto. That's a good catch. Oh, I just realized I haven't filled in the fence yet. No matter. I know this color doesn't really quite match just yet. This color is not the same as that color. In fact, I should probably change that now. Oops, that's better. And then I'll make the grass a little bit different. There we go. And sky. Won't be this color, but a gradient. What's this? Zed's Arcade? Whoop whoop, big fan here, love your work. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey Zed's Arcade, thank you very much for the 5 months with that Prime sub. Okay, says, woo! Zed's Arcade, thank you very much. How are you doing? Okay, I'm doing all right. Some yeah, pretty big news recently. Got a iPad Pro hand me down from Exocomics. Pretty excited about that. And Instagram just posted the comic I made for them on their Twitter and Facebook, so that's pretty sweet. And now I got Pace stealing half my chair. Pretty sweet as well. Oh, what's this? Itchy butt. It's okay. Oh, snoozy. So snoozy. Zed, all good? Just going to bed, and so you were on, so I had to drop in. Oh wow, it's immense. So happy to hear it's going well. Hey, well, thank you very much again. And glad I could catch you. I wonder if it's because of the better time zone now, because of daylight savings kicking in or out or whatever. I am streaming an hour earlier because of that. Where's Copy? Copy is living with my parents on the farm, well, countryside. That's where she is. Like, eventually that's the plan for both of them. And I was bringing them over to my parents' place for like a week at a time, just so they can get sort of used to it. Because once I start traveling, they'll move in with my parents. But what happened was that Copy just really quickly adopted the nature lifestyle, like climbing trees. She was loving being outside. So I couldn't bring her back. I tried to bring her back once, and you could definitely tell she was just pining to go back into the wilderness. So next time I brought them to my parents' place, I only brought Pace back. Pace wasn't having a great time. Pace is much more of an indoorsy cat. So Pace is going to require a little bit more what's it called? Like supervision and slow, what's it called? Weaning off the apartment lifestyle. And pace has become a lot more manageable over here. It was really just Copy that was being really annoying because she was just trying to be out and about all the time. So it's worked out. And at first I was like, I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to separate the two of them because, you know, they're sisters, and I felt bad at first. But they weren't even very close by the end. Like, Copy was doing her own thing, and Pace was kind of being left behind, a little neglected. So, yeah, it's all been all right. And just recently, I went back to see Copy how she was doing, and I brought Pace with me. And Pace was like hissing a little bit when Copy would come and smell him. But it felt like Copy knew what was happening. Like, she didn't even mind that Pace hissed at her. I think she realized, like, oh, Pace is just stressed out. He'll figure it out eventually. But then they did hang out with each other, which was cute. Oops, hold on. Oops, hold on. Sorry. What am I doing here? It's kind of cute. I didn't change the thickness of the lines when I shrunk it down, so it's the same thickness as the lines here. But it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. It's like such bold, thick lines here. I quite like that. Don't think it needs these middle lines though. Klaus, seeing how Greg copes in his flat and sometimes outside, I worry about how he copes traveling. What are you trying to say here? I think, I mean, I know I haven't traveled in a long time, but I'm pretty good. I mean, at keeping out of danger and all that. I got street smarts. Any thought on the bonus panels, Detonator? Not yet. I don't have an idea for the bonus panels yet. I'm gonna have to come up with that either today or tomorrow. But it doesn't alarm me that I haven't, because it's pretty usual that I don't come up with the bonus panels until like the last second. What am I doing here? Move these. Oh gosh, what have I done? Select, delete. Oh. Do you ever do multiple bonus panels or just one, Quanger? I'd say most of the bonus panels are multiple. Some are as long as the actual comic itself. Sometimes it's even longer. Yeah, I'd say more often than not, they're at least a few panels long. Some of them are single panels. Oh, where are you going this time? Oh, where are you going? You want to go on this side? Oh. All right, although this is not a boner, this is just my pocket. This is just my side pocket. Hey, look, I can put my hand in it. Okay. You going in? You going? Okay. Ah, I finally get the whole chair to myself again. I was getting a cramp. Or like, what's it called? What's it called when you kind of feel this one side of your cheeks? Like a, what's it called? Not a brain aneurysm. But, I mean, like a brain aneurysm, but for your butt. But no, it's not brain aneurysm. It's a stroke, but for your butt. Let me turn down the gain now. The gain and the backlight. I think that's right. Maybe crank up that contrast a little bit. Yeah. Oh no. That looks pretty good. How's that? Is that good? Oh. Oh, it feels good. Well, it feels a little bright though, doesn't it? Feels a little too bright. That down. Butt stroke? Yeah, stroking my butt. Oh. Oh, okay, feels good. Gonna head to bed now. Alright, have a good night, Steven the Sleepy. Take care. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Yeah, this is coming along. Still in the grass over here. Another thing I just realized, I haven't even drawn the sun and the clouds and stuff yet. Nor the rain. A little concerned about that. Just a smidge. Smidge concerned. Because if you look at the sketch, yeah, it's supposed to be like clouds, sun, the rain kind of stops dripping so much. Gotta do some grass effects. Still gotta paint the fence. Still gotta do this colors of the window. And then of course the entire last panel. Oh man. Oh man, I need to get some more water. Hold up. Be right back. Welcome back. Thank you very much for the wait. I ran out of water. So Sebby, what's this? How is your NNN going? Almost failed today, stayed strong. Your NNN, your night? How's your night going? Well, actually it's daytime here. It's only 12 o'clock midday here. But so far so good. I think we've made a lot of headway with the comic, which I'm pleased about. Still a lot to do though, but accomplished quite a bit. Stoked about that. Man, I hate this window color, but fix it later. Oh no, not November. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, not November. What was it? 3rd of November. Yes. Staying strong. Starting now. If only I remembered before I went on my break. Oh well. It's great for those with peanut allergies. Let's see here. What to do? Oh yeah, let's finish this. Zoom in. This and this. Bring those into the background. Cool. Background's pretty much done. I mean, it still needs to have some details. Shadow, grass, tufts, whatnot. But for the most part, the basics are done there. Let me go back to the foreground line art and fill in that fence that I completely forgot about. Fence will be probably a white picket fence, classic. Although my only concern is that the shirt kind of blends in with it. I mean, I guess I could change the shirt color. Whoops. I've just realized I have... Oh, whoops! The shirt color is the same as everything else. Let me just change that. Give him like a Dwight shirt. I don't know. If I did a Dwight shirt, the tie color would definitely have to change. But with the guy in a gray shirt, are gray shirts even a thing? I feel like I've only ever seen gray shirts at like tech stores where it's like their uniform or something. Or we can make the fence off-white. You know, I don't know if that's enough of a difference. What to do? He's an executive for the company. Yeah. Let's keep it white for now. What if we change the fence to off-white and see what that looks like? Oops, saving. Or, actually, let's make the fence brown. That looks better, actually. Yeah. Brown fence. Because there's going to be a lot of white in the last panel, because the last panel is going to be a newspaper. So the newspaper is going to be a lot of white. I don't want it to have a lot of white in the second last panel as well. Blends in too much. I think the brown's fine. Brown's good. Kind of embarrassed I didn't go with brown in the first place. Seems so obvious now. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll stick with the white shirt, I think. I think the white shirt is a bit more, I mean, it's not quite executive, the executive look, but I feel like a Dwight yellowish shirt is too... works at a paper company kind of style. Assistant to the regional manager. I think this is a little bit more of the oil company look. Maybe. You feel like the white shirt blends in with the face too much? I think it's okay. Unless you think it makes him look a bit naked. I'll think about it. Also, his eyes look a bit too far apart. Just a smidge. Just a smidge too far apart. Yeah. Yeah, I realize, like, sometimes I draw the eyes too far apart. I noticed it just the other day when I posted the Out of the Bag comic. Holy crap, does that look weird. Let me show you what that looks like. I can't believe I let this slip. 2018, I mean, yeah, 4 years ago. Like, these ones are fine. Here, it's already looking a little too far apart. On the girl, it's a little strange here. And then, oh my god, it's getting way too far, like, it's crazy. Way too far away. And then, the result. I like this comic a lot. I think it's doing well on Reddit. Last I checked. This time it doesn't have no mean comments this time, as far as I could see. But I think it's because I didn't reach all. Just it was the top of front page. Was it this one? Oh, okay, cool. This one as well. I reached all. Nice. All right, so the last one and this one. But yeah, this one didn't have bad comments, which is nice. But yeah, it kills me how far apart her eyes are here. It almost makes me want to go back and change it, but I won't. I won't George Lucas it. I'll keep it as is. Plus, it's just more work that I don't have to do. So I'm just gonna leave it. Leave it as is. The whole eye drifts away. It sure does. Yeah. So I have to keep that I have to keep that in mind. In my eye and I have to keep an eye on it. That's way better. I have to keep my eye on it. Now let's do the. Ooh. I kind of feel like doing the rain in the first panel at least. So I've made an FX folder, and then I'm gonna add a grayish, bluish tint over the whole thing. Oops. Over there. There we go. Oh God. Oh no. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Finding the right blending mode. No, these are not, none of these are working. I think the reason is I mean, even just that looks better already, but oh God. That, and then we're gonna have the rain on top of it as well. Like right now it's way too faded. You can barely even see the character. It's gonna look better than this. The rain, though, I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna do this. If I look back at a previous comic, which seems to be the theme of today's stream, excuse me. Don't worry, the curtain shielded the sneeze. I gotta clean those curtains. If I go back to this is the most recent raining one. That one looks pretty good. Otherwise, we also have the what's it called? Soaks to BU one. I quite like. I love this look for weather when it's like dark clouds, but it still has a kind of bright white sky. You know what I mean? Like near the horizon, it's bright white and dark clouds, and everything's still lit up. I love that feeling, like in real life. It's like my favorite weather style. What is this song? Don't like it. But yeah, should look at what I did here. Let me bring that up. What's it called? That one's called Go Luck Yourself. Go Luck Yourself. Opening it up. Here we go. Go Luck Yourself. So we have a, what is this? A normal 84% layer. What does this do? Oh gosh. Okay, that's that. And then on top of that, we have the rain. Spatter. One layer of streaks. And then another layer of streaks. Control C, Control V. See what that looks like. I'm gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna change the vector width because I think they're a little too small and thin. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. They'll never know. Exactly. And it's not really Control C, Control V. I mean, I know I'm pushing the buttons Control C, Control V, but I'm stretching it, I'm changing the size and stuff. So it's really quite different. I could even like make it angled. I think the angle looks kind of nice. It makes it look more intense. If I do that, and then I make another one, poof, look at that. Suddenly there's just like twice as many raindrops. Let me change the angle. Flip it hard. Flip it horizontally and then change it this way. That's too many. But this one could be a lower opacity. Maybe even thinner the, oh gosh. Thinner lines. And then the spatter. Still gotta make the spatter look better. So we'll have some spatter on the window and on the bushes. Some of that there. Some of that there. I mean, I guess it should like hit. It should hit the house as well. If it's hitting the window, right? Should it not also hit the house? Like that. Looks pretty good. May I make one one suggestion, Dower? Animate the rain. I think not. I think not, Dower. I think not. Here's some rain animation. There we go. Lovely. Hey, Ping Hein. Rip. Oh, you actually remember to take the mod away. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I put that as a priority 1 on my task list yesterday, Ping Hein. Remember to remove Ping Hein as moderator after his birthday. Yeah, yes, yes. Hope you had a good birthday, though. And thank you for not abusing your mod status. Oops, wrong layer. Almost looks like hail. All the white little beads there. I could lower the opacity a bit, make it not as intense. Yeah, it looks better. I'll get rid of some of the raindrops on his face. I think it's a bit too much going on there. God, I love that you can just move this stuff around. I love vector layers so much. Not too much. I want to not get rid of all of them. There should still be some raindrops on his face, because otherwise it would look like he's in front of the rain. But I think this looks pretty nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Hey, Art Fart. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Looks like the cat is in the frame. The cat is in the... Wait, in the real life? Oh, you mean like... Wait, this? That's not a cat. That's my bag. I don't know. I think Pace is gone. Pace has left me. Pace is no longer with us here. Pace is no longer with us. In his room. In this room anyway. Rishu, I'm so glad I suggested the closed window thing yesterday. Yeah, thank you very much. I would have hated to have come to that realization that the window doesn't make any sense at the end of the comic after I've drawn everything. This looks a lot better than it did before, so thanks for that, Risha. Klaus, you prefer the smashing his head through the window version? Too distracting, too intense. Oh, the cat icon. Oh, in the overlay, I see, down there. But the cat is in the frame. Oh, I don't know how it was. Forgot how I had moved it before. But yeah. Yeah, I forget sometimes that this is what you see, because I don't see any of this on my screen. I remember when I was new to Twitch, before I started streaming, I was really confused. Like, how can you play a game when there's all this crap on your screen and all these like alerts are happening? How can you see what you're doing? It wasn't until embarrassingly a long time later that I realized, oh, the streamer doesn't see all that stuff. That's just that's just what people on Twitch see. They just see the game. Yeah, that was such a like a dumb eye opener. Klaus, wait, I'm sure I had a hat yesterday. You mean your character or your hat icon? Because I see you have a hat icon next to your name. 52 months. Your cat had a Stetson. Stetson? I mean hat on? Because this cat, I don't know. You couldn't have Klaus, because this cat head you've got going on is technically a hat. You've got a face underneath this. It's a little confusing, but yeah, the cat faces is actually considered a hat slash hair. So you can't have that and a cowboy hat, you know? Thanks, spaghetti. I'm in. Hold the phone. Spider was caught. Janakis, good catch. Catch. Catchus. Pink Spaghetti. I'm interested in doing streams on Twitch. Any advice on where I should learn more to make the experience fun for everyone? Um, I mean, I guess the most important thing is just having a clear microphone if you're going to use a microphone, and a decent webcam if you're going to use a webcam. Like the basics are the most important stuff. Like as long as you can like hear and see the stream clearly, that's like number one. Because if you can barely hear the streamer, or it's like crap to look at and it's buffering or something, then that's just doesn't matter how many cool animations you got going on, no one's going to watch it. So that would be like number one. And then the other stuff, like to get more fancy effects going on, you could look into StreamerBot. That's what I use. It's quite advanced. Not to talk myself up or anything, but it is a little daunting. Otherwise, you could always just use something like Stream Elements to have like alerts and the overlay going in and out and stuff. The fact you use the Animal Crossing jingle for catching bugs for catching a spider. Yeah, once I thought of that, I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. I gotta do it that way. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna draw the clouds now, I think. I'm gonna turn the sketch on. And I think I'll draw the clouds with actual line art. I'm not gonna do that quick and easy way I usually do. Which means I have to go over here and draw clouds. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Yeah, something like that. And then the sun would be poking out from behind. That looks alright. Oh, sorry, I must have missed your message, sleep deprived. Asking again, would there be mist in the areas where the rain is spattering, like on the windowsill and such? If not, that's alright. Oh, like in addition to these spatter things, there'd be like this general glowy mist. I think realistically, you're right, sleep deprived, but I'm trying to stay away from getting too bogged down by realistic details. Um, like there are some comics in the past where I regret with how much emphasis I put on to making it the most realistic way possible. Ah, that was a terrible sentence, but I'll show you what I mean. Like recently, I've been trying to go for more of a kind of a cartoony vibe, whereas before, what is the one I'm thinking of? It's called Sharing a Moment. Like, see, here I did the mist thing, and yeah, I mean, it looks alright. What I can't stand here is how detailed I made the droplets on the umbrella. It's just a little too much. It just looks like I've got a photo in there randomly. It clashes too much. Um, like I like what it looks like here a lot better, like the cartoony version. Also, I just realized this is very similar to what I'm drawing right now: clouds in the sun. I don't know. The mist does look kind of nice. Also, it's kind of making me realize that I'm still not happy with the way this whole color scheme looks right now. Like I don't like what all of this looks like right now. This is gonna look a lot better eventually. But I mean, we could try the mist. It wouldn't take me long to just give it a whirl. I don't know. This looks like a little bit too intense. Maybe lower the opacity a bit. But yeah, I think it just kind of makes it look a bit too realistic, maybe. I don't know. I'm torn. Oh, art fart finding a new body. Nice. Looks very comfortable. Makes sense, carry on. It's a good suggestion though. I'll definitely keep it in mind. Because looking at it now, it doesn't look too intense. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Thanks for the suggestion though. I'll leave it on for now. What was I doing? Oh, the clouds here. Clouds, clouds, clouds. Nice beanie. Nice beanie, dry erase girl. Detonator. My dad just walked in and looked at your comic. He said it's looking awesome. Nice. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Detonator. I meant to push this button. Oh, the other one's Detonator. Remember? Because your name is Detonator, but I'm thanking your dad, so it's Detonator. Okay, now definitely the rip is coming in. Good lord. How am I gonna do this? There's a big ass sun. Sun doesn't even make any sense there. It's too low in the sky. Ah. That's a bit better. You got the little spike things. Like things to look a little bit better if I do it this way. Oh, geez. These spike things are so hard to draw. Because you have to keep changing the angle as you go around the circle. And it looks okay. And it's not going to be black either. The lines are not going to be black. It's just like that for now. While I get the overall shape correct. Whatever. That reminds me of the sun in Super Mario Bros. 3. That thing gave me nightmares for some reason. The sun in Super Mario Bros. 3? What is this? What is this? The sun... Super Mario Bros. 3. Oh, that thing. I see. This angry boy. I forgot about that thing. Doesn't it chase you or something, right? Does it? Am I remembering that correctly? It chases you? Does it like drop stuff on you? Can't remember. It makes a loop around the screen, you have to jump to avoid it. Oh yeah, this is coming back to me now. Oh yeah, it was a side note. These things always reminded me of floppy disks. I thought they were... The first time I saw them, I thought they were supposed to be those... Like the save icon, floppy disk stuff. Also, class, are you gonna go be traveling alone? Or is Lee going with you, or someone else? Oh yeah, no. I'll be traveling with Lee. Yes. I wouldn't be able to make it on my own. I wouldn't be able to plan it all. No, no, no. Oh, the bar at the bottom, I just realized, really matches the goblin color. Snotty colored. Snot. Yum. Yum, yum. Must cost a lot getting 2 separate hotel rooms? Definitely not. Definitely not separate hotel rooms. That'd be too expensive. If Greg had to travel by himself, he would just be at the airport with some bread and hummus. I did actually consider that for a while. A while back, when I found out, I think I saw it in a Simpsons episode or something, I realized, oh, people just go to the airport and just wait, and then if they get like a free like a standby ticket, and there's like a free seat available on a plane, you can just hop on for real cheap and go somewhere. I actually considered doing that for a while. So I would just like hang out in the airport and just wait to see what opens up. Oh man, looks disgusting. This line is terrible. I never ended up doing it, but I could definitely see myself doing it. Just at the airport with some hummus and wait for my time to shine. Let's see here. Now to make the clouds color. Uh, hmm. And then the other side. There's an airline in Japan that has a gachapon machine where you can get a random flight to somewhere in the country for about $50 or so. Does it also come in a little bowl? Comes in a bowl, you open it, unfold it, it's a ticket. It does? Oh my goodness, that's so Japanese. That's awesome. How much cheaper is that compared to like a regular flight to somewhere in the country? I imagine it is significantly cheaper. Because in New Zealand, I think you can go. I'm pretty sure you can go anywhere with $50, right? I'm not sure. Exocomics, can you jump in on this? Do you know how much it costs to go to like Wellington by plane? I thought I remember it being like $50. Maybe I'm just thinking back to ticket prices before everything happened. Flights can get quite pricey if it's peak season or weekends. Oh, okay, never mind. I think I must have just remembered seeing like a commercial like 10 years ago, like, oh, you can fly to Wellington for like $49. But that was, I guess, pre-pandemic, pre-market crash, pre-oil disaster, pre-everything. The flight you get in Japan is at least worth $50. Pretty neat. I'm kind of surprised that the train infrastructure between Auckland and Wellington isn't better. Yeah, the trains in New Zealand are terrible. They're really, 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 really bad. Um, I think I saw some update where like a whole like we only have like 3 lines in Auckland. It's like there's a west line, there's a south line, which also connects into the east line. And I think one of those lines is just not working for like the next 6 months while they do some updates or something. It's crazy. Janakis! Congrats. 226 spiders. How many spiders does Yoyoto have? You're both in the 200s. I wonder if Janakis is climbing up there. 245. Oh yeah. Only like 19 spiders behind, Yoyoto. Are you feeling the pressure? Pass. Unless the citizenship people are watching, in which case Greg thinks the trains in New Zealand are the best. Well, actually, speaking of which, that just reminds me. I just got an email this morning that I'd actually been accepted. But I'm not like a New Zealand citizen yet because I have to go through the ceremony and stuff. But that might take another few months or so to happen. But yeah, it seems like the path there is all clear, almost official now. Which is a bit of a relief because it was just the other day actually I was thinking like I haven't heard back from that citizenship office in a long time. Like I know it said it would take like some months to get back to me, but it felt like longer than that. And I was starting to worry a little bit. But all good. So yeah, pretty hardcore morning this morning. Instagram posting my comic, and then being accepted as a New Zealand citizen, and also reaching the front page of Reddit again, and also waking up past my alarm. So I'm running late. Yeah, quite a wild start to the day. This looks horrible. Horrible sun. Looks disgusting. Revolting. I really don't like it right now. But it's not... I'm not too obsessed with it. Because still got a lot of effects to do. Seriously, looking at that sun, I kind of want to see a smile on it, just like the news showed recently. There it is. Isn't that a cute little face? Or is it going to be a badass? Dun, 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 dun. Turning from cute to badass. Yeah. The new Teddy. Tier 2 reset 45 months. I was never here. Fades into shadow. No shadow here, we're staring into the sun. Teddy's already gone, you can see nothing but shadows. Teddy, thank you very much. Or at least Teddy's shadow. Where Teddy once stood. Thank you very much for the 45-month resub. Tier 2 at that. Hmm? Look at the difference. Cool, badass. Hmm? Hello. Hello. Give her the angry face from Super Mario. Oh, I don't know if I want to give Komoko any new nightmares, but... Alright, well, let's try it out. There we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, God. Oh, lordy. Yeah. uh, oh, there we go. Comocode's getting flashbacks. Negative childhood memories. Ding, 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 ding. You thought you were safe, Comocode? But look out behind you. Sun's back. With a vengeance. I'm actually kind of stoked with how that turned out. Now I kind of want to make the comic difference, just so I can keep this this sun face. Hey, welcome back to Power. Excuse me. What is this? What is this? What is this? Detonator, I started using your emojis on a different Discord server. Everyone is asking where they're from and saying how cute they are. Well, thank you very much, Detonator. And, Tower, I like how the middle point between cute and badass is huge fucking nerd. with the glasses like being half on. Actually, what would this look like with glasses? Damn, looks like a pimp who's angry at what's happening. Boop. Hello. Ah, all right. And also, Yo and Goga just looked, there are only like 3 trains a week between Auckland and Wellington, over a distance that is equivalent of London to Edinburgh, which sees a lot more than that a day. London to Edinburgh has like 79 trains a day. Oh shit. 79 trains a day. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't even know if there is a train. I've never even seen a train that goes from Auckland to Wellington. That's not the scenic one, is it? Because that one's really expensive. But yeah, the infrastructure, like public transport here in New Zealand, is ridiculous. It's the scenic one, yeah. I think it's cheaper to fly than to take that train. Isn't Wellington a food? It's also a shoe. How many people are in New Zealand? I don't know. I think there's like 8 million. I'm not sure. Have I unmodded Ping? Now that it's no longer his birthday, Dry Rayscale? I sure did. I made it a priority one task in my to-do list. How many people in New Zealand? Less than the UK? Less than London, I would say. There are less people in all of New Zealand than London. If I had to, oh, let me look this up. New Zealand population. Okay, and then, okay, I'm looking up. Okay, yeah, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. The New Zealand population, 5.1 million people in all of New Zealand. Meanwhile, compared to London, poof, almost 9 million people in London. So yeah, there's way more people in just London than there are in all of New Zealand. And in all of UK, whoops, 67 million people. So yeah, for every person in New Zealand, there's 10 people from the UK. Nuts. Actually, now I'm curious. 125 million people in Japan. And 14 million in just Tokyo. What's the Auckland population? 1.6. I love how this graph is, when you're using such low figures, this graph is just like bonk, bonk, dunk, dunk. Meanwhile, super smooth. Yeah, here it's like, oh, someone had a baby. Boing. Uh-oh. Someone died. Donk. Yeah, so that explains why there's not that many trains to Wellington per day. Mm. And yeah, just New Zealand's just terrible with public transport. There's this ridiculous, like the more I think about it, the more I get angry at it. In Auckland City here, there used to be a tram, like a San Francisco kind of tram that runs in the middle of the road, up Queen Street, which is like the main street in the city, and it's like on a big hill. They used to have a tram, and they got rid of it and replaced it with roads for cars. They got rid of it in like, I don't know, the 80s or something. I'm not sure. 70s, maybe even earlier than that. I'm not sure. This whole time I've been here, it's always been cars. And then recently they've been trying to like uncar the city. So they've like limited where cars can go. They've replaced some lanes with more sidewalk. They've replaced the parking areas with more sidewalk, yada yada. And instead of bringing the tram back, they're spending like $1 gazillion in a gazillion years on building an underground subway that just goes to a few stops. And the city is small as hell, and they're building a subway because I think the mayor of Auckland was like, every big city has a subway, so we should have a subway too. So now they're building a subway just to connect a few stations around in the city. And it's such a stupid idea because because the city is also built on a hill, like a big hill. And so one of the stations. Oh, hold on, let me try and find. I need to show visuals for this. The proposed station in it's such subway station is just showing me locations of Subway sandwiches. Let's see here then. I want to show you why it's dumb. Where's the picture? Where are the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, well, this isn't the best picture, but it's the best I can find right now. But so the main, I guess, go-to station from the city center, like downtown city to K Road, it's about a 15-minute walk uphill. And then the place they're going to build this big-ass subway station, as you can see in this top picture here, looks cool. But do you notice the incline? See how like steep it is? That's actually over the hill. So you have to like, to get to the station, you have to always either go downhill or uphill. I don't know, that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, if you were here, it would make more sense. But it's just ridiculous that even if you take this underground subway, you're still gonna have to go up escalators and then you have to walk uphill just to get to K Road. Meanwhile, had they just built a tram on top of the road, you could just hop on, hop off, and you'd just be there by the shops and everything. You don't have to go underground and then climb hills and stuff. It's just so stupid. Oh, it's just so stupid. Hold on. Hold on. I want to see if I can do a better job of explaining this. 1 second. 1 second. I want to go to Street View. Okay. Hold on. Click. Street View. Okay. I think this works. Okay. Alright, so anyway. City is like that way, down there. Okay, this is K Road, right? This thing here. And then they want to build the station down this... Doesn't look that steep, but it is pretty steep. The steep incline. I mean, look at this. This is like San Francisco. Look at that incline. They want to build it all the way down there. You have to walk all the way down here just to get to the fucking subway station and then go down even more escalators. So when you come out of the subway station, you're going to have to climb this steep-ass street just to get to the main street here, K Road. I mean, I don't know. It's so stupid. You could have just built a tram that just stops here, stops there. It's just so frustrating how much money they're spending on this and how much time as well. Because the city looks like shit and it's looked like shit for the past 5 years while they build this stupid thing. It's just frustrating as well. A little frustrating. Like the more I thought about it, the more I got annoyed. Yeah. Anyway, here's another station they're building here. So this is in town. See how like everything is on a hill, everything's steep. So to get to here, you have to climb all of this. The main street is here. This is Queen Street down there. I don't know. And yeah, like the cities look like this for a long time. Wait, this isn't even like all of this. This is old. This doesn't even exist anymore. This is all construction. You can't even. It's construction up to this line here. You can't even see anything. All of this is construction. So this is where they're building the underground subway. It's been like this for years and years and years. Oh my god. Oh, this is now 2018. This is not. I think Google Street View hasn't even updated because they can't drive here because of the construction. That's why it hasn't updated. That makes sense. Wait, how do I show? Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what it looks like. Oh my god. So yeah, they're building the underground thing here. I feel bad for all the shops here and things. Like, look at this. Florist, we're still open. Italian restaurant, come take your date here. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it makes me mad. You can choose oldest street view pics from the top left. Yeah, I wanted the more recent ones, but I realize now that you can't get recent ones because you can't drive here and take new photos. Old man yells at train. Well, definitely. Should have been a tram. Oh well, whatever. Whatever. I'm getting completely derailed here. Derailed. Yeah, just kind of frustrating. More expensive, more troublesome, more delays, and it's worse. I wouldn't even have as much of an issue with it if it was the superior one in the end, even though it costs more and stuff. That it's like worse is just the cherry on top. Last panel. Oh shit, we haven't even done the last panel. I completely forgot about the last panel. It's actually really super tempting just to keep the last panel as is. I mean, I just gotta turn off the blue and boom, it looks like it looks like a newspaper. Yeah. Who pocketed the money? The mayor? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a corrupt money scheme thing or if it's just a stupid waste of money thing. I'm leaning toward the latter. I don't think there's any corrupt politician pocketing the billions of dollars. I think it's just a stupid idea. I wouldn't blame you if you just kept the last panel as is. Just need to redraw the boy. Yeah, I mean, not going to look too much different from this, huh? I guess we should start. Let's start on the last panel, and then. Oh, actually, should we? Are we still going to do comic titles today? Oh my god! Nah, screw this. For now, this is what the last panel looks like. We're just going to keep it as is while we do the comic titles, I think, because we're running out of time. We are running out of time, and tomorrow is not going to be a comic stream. Tomorrow is going to be House of Ashes with Exa Comics. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, gonna. Oh shit, we haven't even done dialogue. Oh my goodness. Ah! Okay, hold on. New plan. Dialogue, comic titles. Let's do this, and then I'll finish it off stream. Okay, folder, dialogue. Jesus, Gregor. I'm all over the place. You should have Exa Comics draw it tomorrow on stream, the last panel. Actually, I think Exa Comics would be keen for that if it meant that she didn't have to get scared by the game. Just distract herself with work. Crossrail costed London £18.8 billion. However, I think the economic activity generated by it in the long term will make that expenditure worth it. Although, to be fair, costed London is a simplification of how it was funded. What is Crossrail, Yo and Gogo? What's that? Is that the thing that connects London to France? Or because you're not talking about the underground stuff, right? Because that was like there from years and years ago. The London Underground. Like they built it before it was cool. Because it was underground. They built it before it was cool to whatever. I think working on Gregor's bad comics is even scarier. I love laughing like Squidward. I think I look like Squidward and act like Squidward more and more every day. With each passing day, I turn from SpongeBob into Squidward. I've got the hairstyle like Squidward. I've got the nose like Squidward. Oh, he's getting there at least. With time, it's going to start sagging. And just the personality. Gregward. The London Crossrail is an underground train system that connects some stations on the Great Western Main Line to some new underground stations in London, and some on the east side of London. Oh, okay, so it's kind of like an expansion pack for the existing underground rail station. Sounds good. I mean, for London, like the subway totally makes sense. You got a lot of places, and you got a lot of places to be. And London is relatively flat as well, right? It's not built on the side of a volcano. Noses sag? Don't I think? Do they? I see. I feel like when you see old people, they have all their features start sagging. I assume the nose is one of them. Do you play the clarinet? Not yet. Saruman, Quebec City is building its first tram line and is projected to cost $4 billion. And it's not started yet, so it will very likely cost even more than that. It's crazy when things just cost billions of dollars. I don't know where, like, how do you even come up with figures like that? $4 billion. That's cool. Hope it at least gets done. Remember that scary Squidward episode with the jump scare? I don't. You're not talking about that like lost SpongeBob episode where like Squidward kills himself or something. That like urban legend stuff. And it's like Squidward's face just staring at the screen for like the whole episode. So funny to think that there are people out there thinking that's real. It was a real episode. Nickelodeon made them take it down. The one where they acknowledge the suicide meme thing? Yeah, it's something like that, right? I thought it was called like the lost episode or something. I have no idea. I mean, it's like a spooky vibe, that's for sure. Noses never stop growing. That's why they start sagging. Is that true? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Assuming I'm like reaching the halfway point of my life, I'm just picturing this, but like twice as big. Wait, halfway point of my life. Wait, hold on. Third point of my life. Third point. Let's go for triple digits, I think, in this lifetime. Kumquat. Oh, I remember that, but not that episode. There's one where Squidward is in a dream and keeps opening different doors. There's one where he opened a door to his bedroom and a massive jump scare happens. Ooh, I'm curious. I think I've seen an edited version of that episode. I think it was posted to Liminal Spaces on Reddit, and someone had like edited the episode, and it's like him traveling through different liminal spaces. But it wasn't like that in the episode or something like that. I'm not sure. Is that the one? Oh, hey, Rax011. Hello, welcome. And Yoan Gogo, also in the case of Canada, the UK, and probably New Zealand, a lot of the cost is in training workers as due to privatization and general selling of train industry and lack of recent projects. Thanks, neolibs. There are not a lot of workers with skills in the industry to do projects of this size. Well, that explains why things would take much longer. If you have to train people to have the people to work on the things in the first place, that would take a long ass time. But yeah, all of this stuff is beyond me. To me, it's like tram looks better, I yell, I scream. That's about as deep that I get into all of this stuff. All right, here we go. Almost done with this, and we'll do comic titles. Almost. And then the other... Oh, paste. Oh! I know, it's almost lunchtime. I know. Yeah, I know. Can you hear him? Yeah. I know. Okay. Turn that off. Turn this off. Okie dokie. So obviously this comic is not finished yet. There's still lots I need to do. But if we want to get the comic titles done today and also have my lunch, we gotta leave things off here. So, saving this and closing this, closing that, putting this in the middle here. And let's jump over to comic titles. Boop. Ah, Yoda, I like how you constantly switch from calling Paste him to her. Yeah, it's confusing because yeah, technically Paste is a girl, but when we had copy and paste, they're both girls. Started calling them he and she, copy being the she, paste being the he, and also because after a while started referring to copy as little Lee and paste as little G because paste reminds me of me, and so that kind of even more solidified just referring to little G, aka paste, as a he. And then now that my mom is going to be taking care of them eventually, she's been calling them both she, so I'm trying to now go back to calling paste a she, and it's all confusing. So now I'm really just whatever my mouth says is what it is. Okay. Comic titles. Art fart. I want to hear how you will get citizenship. I heard you need to take the oath. Do your parents have New Zealand citizenship? They do. They do. So I'm not a citizen yet, but I will have to go to the ceremony and do the oath song thing. So that will be at some point. I don't know. A few months from now, I think. They said they'll get back to me within a few months. It's going to be a while. Okay, here we go. Comic titles and then lunch. First up. This is the first one. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking? That's not bad. Not bad. Next up, we got dry humor. Dry humor. I know, because there's dry at the end. There's no rain. Just a wish. Just a wish. It was only a wish. It was only a wish. This drought. Like distraught, but drought. This drought. Little spoiler there, comic code. He-Man Resolutions.txt. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Yoda is distraught at not being able to submit Rain, rain, go away. It's already been suggested. By the way, again, huge shout out to Nicholas Spire for coding this very clever comic title system that it can even tell rain, rain, go away without the commas is the same as Yoyoto's suggestion, rain, comma, go away, and has refunded Yoyoto their bees because it's already been submitted. Huge props to Nicholas Steyer. Super smart. Okay. Wait, rain, rain, go away. I like it. I like it. Cloudy day. It's a cloudy day. Fainy day. Fainy day? Like rainy day? Where's the fay? Veiny day? What is going on here? What is going on with these? When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. The phrase means, like, when things get bad, it gets really bad. So in that case, it does make sense. Right? I think. I think I like it. I like these kind of rain phrases. Bad tidings. Ebb and woe. What is that one again? Hey Siri, what does ebb and woe mean again?
Okay, I found this on the web for the Avondale mean again. Check it out.
Avondale, a neighborhood in Muncie, Indiana, also known as Thomas Park. Okay. All right. Whether or not. Whether or not. Yeah, Siri changed voice. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Hey Siri, why is your accent different?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Wait, it changed again. Now it's like Australian. Hey Siri, why are you Australian? Hey Siri, why are you Australian?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Hey Siri, do you like my cat?
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
Is there something else I can...
Of course she likes you. She loves you. Okay. Okay, let's go here. Change your voice back. Yeah, I'll have to change it. It's weird that it changed in the first place. Whether or not. Sunny mistake. Sunny mistake. Fame job. Poor me. Like, poor me for being wet in the rain. Bad atmosphere. Bad atmosphere. He clearly doesn't have a TV. Rain on my parade. Dry dreams. Without a drought. Not spoilery. Red herring. Without a drought. Like without a doubt. Hey! Why are you meowing? Without a drought. Is that not spoilery though? I guess it's not spoilery because it's saying without a drought, saying that there's no drought. But I think even just the word drought makes me think of droughts. It's like, don't think of an elephant when you think of an elephant. I'll think on that one. I'll think on that one. Nothing ventured, nothing rained. Nothing gained, nothing rained. Nothing ventured, nothing rained. Rained, gained. Not bad. Elemental enemy. Got the alliteration there. Climate change. It's almost too spoilery, I'd say. Too spoilery there. Also, alliteration. Nice alliteration. No rain, no gain. As in, no pain, no gain. No rain, no gain. Changing tides. Ball and rain instead of ball and chain. He's stuck at home because of the old ball and rain. Oh, and he's got a ball! He does have a ball. I quite like that one. Ball and rain. What is this? This long one? This one is Weather Kid, like Weatherman, but he's a kid. Weather Kid. Weather Kid. Weatherman. Foul play. Foul. Playing football. It's a foul. Foul play. Archaic adversaries. I'm never gonna be able to spell that. I'm gonna typo that one for sure. Rain or wine? Rain or wine? Rain or wine? What's this referencing to? Secret Santa 2. Oh, rain or shine. I see. Oops, I can't. Rain or shine. Rain or wine. Well, really, it is rain and wine. Actually, he's whining, so I think it's rid of the rain. I see. Rain or shine. Rain or wine. It's fair. But yeah, I stumbled to connect it, even though I feel like it should be obvious. For some reason, my brain's refusing to connect the two phrases. Winds of Change, The Wisher. Because, what is this? Oh god, what is this? What happens because Auckland went with an underground instead of trams? What? Tried and tested. Like tried and tested. Tried and tested. Tried and tested. Ill-fated wish. Under the weather. Under the weather. Rain and shine. Get your ball ready, fellas, because it stopped raining. What are you thinking, you dirty M? What is it? Dirty M? Oh, dirty minded. I see. It was cut off. It was cut off in my window. All right. Game plan. Kids' game plan, but also the oil company's game plan. Game plan. Hanged out to dry. Oof. Oh, hung out to dry. Hanged out to dry. That's pretty good. Because it's like, hung out to dry is like someone puts the blame on you and you're like, you're being blamed for something. And you got the whole drying thing because there's no more rain. Pretty good. Pretty good. And I think that's the last one. Hung out to dry. I come. And also, hey Siri, remind me to do the last panel tomorrow at 6 a.m. Oh, Siri wasn't listening. Sunny days. Sunny days. Sunny days. Sunny days. All right, and I think with that, we are done with the suggestions. Thank you very much, everyone. A lot of suggestions this week. My favorites at the moment are Rain, Rain, Go Away. When it rains, it pours. Ball and Rain instead of Ball and Chain. Hanged out to dry, aka Hung out to dry. My favorites at the moment. Hang out to dry. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your suggestions. I'll be looking over the list. I'll be looking when I look over the list. I actually mean I look over the full list as well. I don't just look at these suggestions. I look at the whole one. Sometimes I've gone back and gone with a title that at the time I didn't put on the wall, but over time I found a new appreciation for it. Long sunny days. Ah! Yeah, I'm almost done, Pace. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Oh, I'm almost done. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No. Okay. All right. And yeah. Thank you very much. But there's a flaw in the comic. Why do you need a boom mic for a newspaper? Comic redo? Well, actually, Coma Code, if you look closely here, damning evidence caught on tape. See, there we go. You can't just make claims like this without some evidence. So the oil companies were one step ahead. Stop hitting her! I know he's petting her, but is so. I know he's petting her, but it is so. Load cringe. No. Pace loves the Spanx. Actually, both of them do. Copy and Pace both love the Spanx. But Pace likes it even more in the bathroom sink. Really cute. It's like Pace just turns into liquid, fills the bathroom sink and go bup, 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 bup. And then she meows for more, and it goes on like that. Counterpoint. Boom mics don't capture audio from that far. Okay, come on, good. I think we're done here. I think we're done. Thank you very much, everyone. There was a Spiderless quote from Janakis 2027. Good catch. Good catch, and goodbye. That's what I'm gonna say now. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in tomorrow's special House of Ashes stream part 3, final part featuring Exocomics. Be there and be scared. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. And Pace might be there too, right? Right? Right?
You should feel my back. My back feels like a kitchen sponge that you left in the kitchen sink overnight.
Nice. That is exactly what my back feels like, really. It's getting really hot recently. I'm glad I'm wearing a black shirt. How do you know it's the final part? Well, I feel like there's usually 3 acts in stuff, and each stream has been 1 act, so I'm assuming that the 3rd stream will be the 3rd act and also the final act. I can't imagine the game being much longer than that. I feel like the game is supposed to be like 6 hours long, but it's taking us quite a while. Okay. Goodbye. We'll also be doing a raid as well. Let's raid somebody. I'm going to choose that now. In the meantime, you can all look at Pace some more while I decide this. Let's see here. Oh my god, my hand's so shaky. Let's see here. We will be raiding. Who to raid? Let's see. I'm just having a quick peruse through the art streams here. Oh god. Can't decide. Oh jeez. Ah jeez Louise. Hey Pace. You know how I should rate? No? Okay. No you don't? Okay. Never mind. Let's go with... Alright, let's go with... Okay, I've chosen. I've chosen. Let's go with Classic Hippo. Classic Hippo, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.